Hey, this is Dr. Dean. Thanks for joining me. Trading with God. This is an awkward subject for me. It borders on sacrilegious, but it's an accurate title. Let me show you why. 5 sites. Alpha Wave, which is now Fibonacci. Trading Faith. Trading Gods. Trading with Gods. Trade for Jesus. Let's see what they have in common, shall we? About 5-6 months ago, I published this paper, Dr. Dean's Global Futures Odyssey, and I looked at 5 different unusual ways that trading rooms were set up around animals, deities, planetary, warrior, and Zen. And deity can include supernatural and so on, special forces, special energy. Here's all of the different sites that were included in that selection of deities and supernatural. I want to point out that for today, we are not going to do crystal balls. We're not going to do the Grail guys. We're not going to do wizards. 1, 2, 3. We're not doing voodoo. By voodoo. We're not doing the apostolic group, and we're not doing magic. We're just doing gods. All right. Alpha Wave, which is now the Fibonacci Institute, and I'll be quick to point out I don't know much about Fibonacci. All that I know sort of fits into this picture, that the basic ratios are contained in your hand, and you can find them when you need them. All right, so much. Ala Peters states that magic happened and God answered her prayers. She started to see unique, that means one of a kind, patterns in price waves that no one else had seen before. Okay. She feels blessed with this vision, the vision that God happened when magic happened. And she's forever grateful for God for the magic. Now, the King James Version of the Bible that I read says that magic is forbidden by God. So I might not naturally use those 2 words in the same sentence, but nevertheless. And she thanks him for giving her vision. I think him should be capitalized. This is her track record. And it says here for January 2016, she had 29 trades, total trades. So the question you might ask is, what are the number of contracts per trade? 28 of those 29 trades hit target 1. So what is the profit at target 1? Or what's the average profit per trade? Or the average profit per day? This is a track record, an example of one that gives you no details, no information. It doesn't tell you profit at all. There are no dollar signs. It can't be used to understand the performance of the room. The performance is hidden. I did send her an email telling her I was going to do this video and asked for comments on her magic and her vision, but they did not respond. Trading Faith. It was created to reveal some very powerful truths about God's rhythm. And there's a book, The Key to Prosperity for This Age. And the book says, is God calling you? Calling you to take a 2.5-month personal mentoring program where you will be taught practical prosperity. All right. What is that? Not defined. Oh, no, by the way, no track record. Trading Gods. What a simple title, yes? You can be a trading god today. It has a AAA A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. I like that. It's about $1,500 to buy. You will be taught contagno and backwardation. Oh, I just love that. No track record. Don't know how it performs. Now, Larry Jacobs sent me this email just a few days ago. He says he has an amazing video series, okay, on Gann planetary analysis. It is incredible. Oh, come on. That can't be true. Well, Ron says it's brilliant. It has great results. It's honest and giving. There is no equal. Well, geez, thank you, Ron. And then Larry finishes by saying there's been a big response. Yeah, I bet. It's a no-nonsense explanation. Well, let's check this out, shall we? What are we talking about here? We're talking about this site, Trading with Gods. So let's just move this out of the way. Let's move this over, and let's look at the chapters that are present and there's no nonsense explanation of trading with planets. Let me give you a little snippet. There you go. Do you see where the entries are? Do you see the exits? Are you confused? Does this help? No. And of course, there's no track record. Now, Gann, for me, is a person who's been dead for some time. These numbers, if you study Gann, ought to mean something to you. He supposedly died with a huge fortune. There's no evidence of that. And if it was true, his descendants would be wealthy, and they're not. He made this major prediction in 1936, which was catastrophically wrong. I went to this institution, the Gann Global Financial, and I said to him, what's the most valuable discoveries that Gann made? They didn't respond. What's the most notable students he had? There were none of them as well. So I am not a big fan of Gann. Last site, Trade for Jesus. It says on the homepage that Quentin Anderson is the founder, and he says the rich continue to get richer and the children of God stay struggling. I guess that means they're poor or poorer, right? Rich get richer and God's children struggle. And this is not his plan or his intentions. He says God's plan is to give you the wealth of the sinner. All right. God has blessed us with the ability to tap into this endless wealth. So when we do, and we get it, we will continue to get richer. And then we won't be children of God? I'm not sure. It seems to be built around money, and that's not exactly true. The wealth transfer, that is the wealth of the sinner, to you, the children of God, is right around the corner. Do you know? You see that corner? Do you see it? Let me reveal it to you. All right. Trade for Jesus, scalper. No track record. Now let me show you what that means, no track record. I had a colleague of mine, Roberta, email them for a track record, and they responded back, hello, are you referring to the company or the president? Implying as if there's two track records, right? And the answers can be found on our website. She emails it back and says, no, there are no answers on the website, and I'm referring to the company. And then they write back and say, no, we can't disclose these track records because they're private or confidential information. And it's so stupid. But you can continue to visit the website or come and see us, right? Come for a trial. She writes back and says, trade data in a track record is not confidential. It never has been. And testimonies are just useless. They always have been. Sorry. And spending one day in each room would take years because there's over 900 of them, right? She basically says you're just a sales room, and you're just like one of the other ones, the other 900 out there, masquerading as a trade room, but you don't have a track record. So to conclude, Fibonacci, trading faith, trading gods, trading with gods, and trade for Jesus. These are rooms I think you might want to avoid. They don't have a track record. You know, I always look for these three things. You must have a track record detailed, profit loss per trade. It goes to accountability. That track record, when normalized to 3 contracts to trade, must make $50,000 a year or more net in your pocket, take-home money. This goes to trade efficiency. There are hundreds of rooms that can make some money, but not that much. And lastly, they must state and show their trades in real time, entries, exits, targets, and stops, so you can see what's going on. Speaks to transparency. So this is Dr. Dean. Thanks for listening. Agree, disagree, let me know. I value your opinion. Take care.